Hey guys, Mars here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so did you guys remember that Prime Battle LR Krillin is getting his EZA today on Global? Because I sure as heck didn't. I woke up this morning ready to do the stream, ready to jump in for 6 days left till the worldwide celebration, do some new versus cell attempts with some different units since the 5 attempts for the day would have been reset. And of course woke up, set up for the stream and saw a bunch of people tweeting their screenshots of getting the rewards for EZAing Prime Battle Krillin, and was like, oh yeah, that came out today, didn't it? So poor Krillin, completely overshadowed by the release of the worldwide celebration coming up soon. Same thing happened for the LR Kale Khalifa EZA as well, to be honest. Like, everyone's just already in full, you know, worldwide celebration units info when like mode, so no one really cares. Such a terrible time for him to be releasing, but it is what it is. So obviously fully EZA'd. His Extreme Z area is a nightmare, but they obviously must have given Global the nerfed version, because when it came out on JP, people complained it was too hard because they picked a random 6 units that you have to use for it. Some of them don't link together. Only the best team you can make when you pick your leader for that team is if you use Zarbon and Dodoria. 3 of the units out of the 6 will get a leader skill, and that's the best you can do, 3 out of the 6. So pretty unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. So he's fully EZA'd now, link level 10. I hadn't actually quite finished him, so I managed to finish him off today. So we're going to check out what he does. He has an Earthlings leader skill for 160 and 4 key, which is pretty good for free to play, right? Earthlings has gotten a lot of decent buffs over this year. But of course his main use is going to be, for most people, for the world tournament, right? His 12 key is an AoE. He infinitely stacks attack, raises defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage to all enemies and a medium chance to stun. And then his 18 key is raise attack and defense, infinite stack, mega colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack. So he has good super attack effects. And then he gets key 3 and defense 160, so he does get most of his defense at the start of the turn, which is good. Attack 60% when performing a super, additional 30% if it's an ultra super. Then he gets 6 key and attack and defense 60% when facing only 1 enemy. He gets 20% attack and defense at the start of turn per existing enemy from the second one onwards, so we don't get anything from that for 1 enemy. Then he launches an additional attack that has a rare chance to become a super when there's 2 or more enemies. I think rare chance is like 10 or 15%, so it's pretty bad. But then he does get a guaranteed additional super when facing 6 or more enemies. And of course that is for the world tournament, right? He will just always double super in the world tournament as long as he's on the first turn. So I tried to give him crit skill orbs primarily so he can get crits on those AoEs. But I thought it'd be interesting to try him out here on Yamcha's 200% team against 1 enemy and see what he can do. He's at 236k start of turn. He shares Z fighters and legendary power with no links with Goku. Well, that's unfortunate, so I guess we'll do this, and then we'll do this. I would ideally want Goku as a slot 1 unit on one of the rotations, but I guess we'll have to wait until the rotations get evened out a little bit. So, taking a slot 1 super for 350k, nice. I didn't want to put Gohan in slot 1 because Gohan was very likely to kill him, but wanted to see Krillin at least get the attack off here. I mean, not the craziest of attacks, but attack stats, but we've got 2 links active and no support on this rotation, so it's not the end of the world. Actually, no, we had Yajirobe in slot 3 on the previous turn. He gives support off rotation, doesn't he? Let me just double check his support again. It's key 1, attack and defense 20% for all allies. Yeah, for 3 turns, right? So we did have support. Not ideal. It's also not a great turn for the full int turn against this guy. I think rather than the Yamcha's throwing, because both the Yamcha's at 55%, I'm just going to throw the item up here so we can get past this turn for sure. Because yeah, unfortunately, Yamcha, mine's only 55%, only summoned just to get the 1 copy, just like I did for Kale. And my experiences with Yamcha, whilst I see obviously people sing his praises when he can be really good, my experience with him has been a lot of him just not dodging like super attacks. And at 55%, I thought he was going to do it to me then. 55%, that's really bad. Now the Whis would have saved us, but otherwise we would have taken a pretty significant amount of damage if he hadn't dodged then. And that seems to be my experience with him, unfortunately, quite a lot since pulling him. There's not a ton of them available on the friends list, so the friend one is only 55% as well. So, you know, we'll see how we go. We definitely don't want him taking hits from the tougher physical bosses, but a Yamcha team obviously could be very effective against the first form Cell. I guess I could try. Let me know in the comments if you want to see Krillin versus the first form Cell. I do think that could be quite interesting. So he's at 292 now, and then when we lock in the orbs for Yajirobe, he is going to get a decent buff here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. See all those numbers go up. Because, yeah, him stacking on his 18 key obviously is very good. So 7.37. I mean, at the end of the day, for a free-to-play unit, like, that's definitely not terrible. Especially when you consider his main use is usually going to be the World Tournament. Like, I don't think many people will use him that much outside of that. But at the end of the day, right, he was a unit that was always worthwhile using for the World Tournament. And now he has an EZA, so he's slightly better. So just overall even better for the World Tournament. So I will definitely take that at the very least. But using him here on the solo team, against, well, I say solo team, against one enemy, you know, he's definitely decent. Wouldn't say he's like insane, but pretty good. As long as Goku guards here, this will be a good turn. And we can move into the next one. I bought LRTN as well because he shares a few links with him. Of course, Goku didn't guard. Now, in terms of link partners, he's a bit weird with like units that are actually good, right? Like the best link part, one of his best link partners is this LRTN, and they share 4 links, which isn't crazy. A lot of the units on this team, he's sharing like 2 or 3 links, which, I mean, if we get good rotations and we put him in the middle, then he's looking good. Like here, right, we have 4 links active. That's pretty good. Gohan has 400k, so I'm going to put him in slot 1, get that legendary power. So we'll do this, and then we'll grab these for you, and then grab these for Yamcha. So as long as Gohan doesn't get immediately supered, then he should be good here as well. My Carnival Gohan is only 55%, so 4.3. Get the unit super, because obviously we're on rotation with Krillin and Yamcha, so either one of those will do. And then we get the additional for 3 million. Not too bad. Again, 55%. I think he shares. Krillin's getting obviously the benefit by being in the middle, but Gohan only gets 2 links from Krillin. Yeah, 8.38. Once you get a couple of these stacks off and he's actually got some links active, like that is pretty good. And then, yeah, double digits from the normal. Be interested to see what kind of defense he's rocking on the next turn. Because, yeah, he's looking, you know, somewhat capable. I think it's the biggest thing with him, and it's going to be the case for a lot of free-to-play units, obviously, is that he's going to be able to do decently well, put up reasonably decent numbers, but then when you go against like the toughest bosses, obviously if he's eating a super attack, he is going to take a lot of damage. In fact, I wonder, maybe I will do the Cell video anyway, right? Because I wonder if he takes normal attacks from that tech cell after he's supered for the turn, and then obviously like raised his attack, I wonder if he would take double-digit damage, because at that point, Cell's hit him for like 630k. So we'll see what his defense is on the next turn. Obviously, he's going to have the support from Yajirobe carrying over. So we'll see what he's looking like. But Yamcha's team definitely having a lot of buffs recently, which is good. And like I said at the start, right, he leads Earthlings 160. I feel like if you're able to do the Extreme Z area, because obviously you have to have all the units Rainbowed and EZA, the actual free-to-play units you have to use to take it on. I feel like he is a very useful unit for like a newer player, right? Having a 160 Earthlings team, if you have some of the strong free-to-play units that we've been getting recently, and obviously there are some good summonable units on there as well, I feel like he could definitely be quite effective. So here in the middle we have 4 links active again, Gohan's at 489, and Krillin is at basically 400. So he gets, what, 30% raise on super? So he's looking at having around almost 500k defense when he super attacks, which is pretty good. And then bear in mind, if he does get an additional, now mine's not built for additional, and because we don't have multiple enemies, it's not that likely we are going to get many additionals. But if he does get an additional super, his 12 key super does stack attack, but it raises defense for 1 turn. So he's still getting another 30% defense buff if he gets an additional super. So, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, like I said, whilst for a lot of people, he's basically just going to be a World Tournament only unit, I feel like he is at least somewhat decent, especially for a free-to-play, which again is what we have to bear in mind. Now, if he was a summonable LR, I think maybe I would be a little bit disappointed just because of the way his kit is built. Like against single enemies, he's getting that little bit of extra stats, but he's not getting the extra super chance. So a lot of these turns, he is just going to be one super attack and done. So if he was a summonable unit, I think that would be quite disappointing. But for a free-to-play unit, you know, he's hitting some solid numbers. And then when it comes to the World Tournament, he's going to be one of your go-to. I mean, in terms of free-to-play options, of course, I tapped the screen too quickly there and picked up no key for Yamcha. Great. Yeah, in terms of free-to-play options, I mean, definitely one of the top picks for the World Tournament. How many other AoE free-to-play units are there that are actually good? Trying to think of them off the top of my head, but I mean, you got like second form Frieza Raditz, which I know are some of the popular options for free to play, but Krillin obviously would be better than all of those, right? Guaranteed additional super. If you build him for crits, you can get the crits, and then of course if he doesn't kill, he has the potential to stun them as well, which obviously again in the World Tournament is incredibly useful because you don't want to be taking more attacks than you have to. Skip the notes here. I was hoping that would make it go quicker because usually when you miss the first one it speeds up, but okay. Goku is effective against all types, right? Against one enemy, so he might kill him. Well, I guess to be fair, minus 55% hasn't had a ton of build-up, so I guess it's to be expected. Will Yamcha be able to finish him off at the end? I would like to at least see one more turn with Krillin here. So 4.8. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section for Prime Battle Krillin. Are you going to try him out on some other teams or try him out against some of the tougher bosses? Or is he just going to be a World Tournament unit for you? I feel like that will be a case for a lot of people, but let me know what you guys think down below. We'll throw him in slot 1 here. We can at least get the 18 key super, so... what is he looking like defense-wise now? 438, and then that goes up now when we pick up the orbs with Yajirobe. So, I mean... We're on turn 10 though, so it's not like he stacks up quickly to reaching insane levels, and then 7.1. So let me know what you guys think of Prime Battle Krillin down below in the comment section. I think he's okay, like good for a free-to-play unit for sure. His Extreme Z area was just a nightmare. Let's hope they don't do that for the next Prime Battle EZA LR, because why you would pick, like, if they're going to make us use 6 specific units, they get to pick the units. Like, surely you would think you would pick units that actually work really well together on a team, but... obviously, that would make too much sense for them to want to do. So I guess it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think of him down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Is Goku about to get us killed? He is. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.